Hi, CityCast listeners. As a Houstonian, we hold this city dear to our hearts. But how does it square up to other major cities in the U.S.? We're about to find out. It's Thursday, February 16th, 2023. I'm Carlie Jones, and here's what Houston's talking about today. Today we got a battle here on CityCast between two of the biggest cities in America, Houston and Chicago. We have CityCast Houston contributor Antrechelle Dorsey here on the left to defend Houston's honor. Say hi, Antrechelle.
H-Town, let's go.
And we have CityCast Chicago lead producer Carrie Shepherd here to try to take the title for the best big city in America. Say hi, Carrie.
Okay. Hi, Houston, Antrechelle, and Carlie.
What's up, Carrie? Hey, Carlie.
What's up?
I'm going to be very fair today. I'm going to stay out of it, okay?
I was going to say, I'm stacked 2-1 here, right?
Yeah.
Listen, don't worry, Carlie. I got it, okay, boo?
You got it, okay. She got it. She's about to defend us. Okay.
It's going down.
So we have 5 categories we're going to discuss, and I'll let each of you give your thoughts on why you think your city is best.
Okay.
So are y'all ready?
I think so.
That's right.
Round 1.
All right. Both of these cities are known for having some good food. Who do you think has the best and why?
Wow, Carlie, straight out the gate with the food.
Listen, let's go. Let's hit them with the heat. Hello. Did somebody say Breakfast Club around these parts? I mean, who else serves chicken and waffles, right? Not just fried chicken, good Southern fried chicken, good brine chicken. See, that's an old Southern tradition on why the chicken, why it's so good. And we can't even forget the catfish and grits. What's up? Who want it? What do y'all even have to compare in Chicago that can go up against catfish and grits and fried chicken and waffles? I wait.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have fried chicken and waffles. I am in a disadvantage here, and poor Chicago having me represent in this category in the sense that I do not eat meat, so
What?
that's terrible. I know. But
Get her off of it. Why is she here? And what is she doing? Why is she even here?
If I always said if I was gonna eat meat again, I would eat my grandma's homemade fried chicken, and that was real deal fried chicken, like from the farm.
Is your grandmother from Texas? Is she from
No,
Houston?
no,
Then that
she's
don't
from
count.
Illinois.
I need to know what
okay.
does Chicago have that compared to the best fried chicken and catfish so good that you got to serve it in the airport so everybody can get some.
Ooh, that's true. They do have it in the
I
airport.
don't know that we can compete in breakfast. I would say we have some of the best tacos. I know that you all are. I know you're gonna scoff at that.
Scandalo! How dare she?
I know I'm supposed to shut up, but that hit me.
We have some of the best. We have some of the best tacos because we have amazing Mexican neighborhoods here that make incredible tacos. Obviously, we will talk about our pizza, which is, I think, you need it to hear from an actual Chicagoan about what real Chicago pizza is, because I know you guys have your stereotypes of what you think Chicago pizza is. Hot dogs, but also not to take it there, but we have some of the best restaurants in the country. I mean, in the world, we have some of the best restaurants in the world. Now, listen, not everybody's going to those restaurants, but at any time in any neighborhood, you could pull up and get a great hot dog, a great piece of pizza, a great pizza puff, a great Italian beef, or a great sweet steak if you're on the south side.
I'll say we don't know what that is in Texas.
So you can get all of those things. Right. I'm going to say, now, can you get all those things at one restaurant? Because if so, I don't want that restaurant.
Sure.
Those foods don't go together. That is a smorgasbord of stuff that don't belong.
That's a smorgasbord. It's not at all one restaurant, Antrechelle. It's not at all one restaurant. You got to take a little bit of a tour. And Chicago's a big spread out city. So you got to spend a day. You're going to have a day of eating, but it's going to be a good day.
Listen.
It's a good day of eating.
When she said they have some of the best tacos, I almost passed out and died.
Me
because
too.
does she not know about Mamanitas fajitas and tacos,
Yeah, the
baby.
fajitas.
Does she not know about that? Let's not eat. That's just from the heart, Houston's own. Let's talk about Papacito's Cantina tacos. We don't want to talk about that. How dare she say those type of things? And then she talk about Chicago and pizza. Name me a place where you can get some good deep dish Chicago and pizza. She didn't even say nowhere.
Lou Malnati's, Giordano's, and we have all these new ones, Millie and the Pie.
Wait, Carrie, y'all eat pizza from some place called Lou Malnati's? I'm nervous.
Lou Malnati's. Lou Malnati's.
I ain't going over there. I'm nervous.
Oh my gosh.
But you're gonna get pizza and a satanic ritual? I don't want that.
Now I have a question. Earlier, before we started recording, y'all were talking about some popcorn. I've never heard of Chicago popcorn. Can you explain what that is, Carrie?
Sure. So this is the famous Garrett's popcorn, and the
Okay.
Chicago mix is caramel and cheddar popcorn, which doesn't sound like it should go together, which is a very Chicago thing. We're innovative, and we find these flavors that go together, and you mix it all up, and it's the salt, and it's the sweet, and it's the cheesy, and it's the perfect combination. And Antrechelle is saying she wants it hot. She wants it like she wants to try it hot, and hot and fresh is the way to get it. But it is legendary for sure.
That sounds interesting.
Carly, I will have to agree with her on this one. This will be a neutral one. This will be a universal okay. But because it's something about that Chicago mix with that cheese on top of that caramel. It's kind of like when the yams and the macaroni and cheese touch each other on Thanksgiving.
At Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good
That's
taste
interesting.
in your mouth. So therefore, just think of that type of situation, that good thing. So that's why I want it hot. I've only had it when somebody brings it to me from the airport, like right off the plane, because that's the only way I'll take it, because I'm a little bougie when I like my popcorn. And so I need to see, I want to see the grease on the bag. That's how I know it's good.
Oh, yeah.
So I agree
You'll
with
get
her.
the grease on the bag.
That Chicago mix is fire. Okay, but that's enough about that. Okay, so what about barbecue? Because in Texas, we got good old barbecue.
I know you have good barbecue, and I'm not going to compete with that. I don't eat
Carrie,
meat, so I'm
get
a
me
bad.
off.
I know.
I don't want to talk to Carrie no more about food.
I know she doesn't. I know.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to me about food either. I'm terrible at it.
It sounds like Houston won that one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the
Houston
next
wins
one.
that one. Houston maybe wins that one in terms of the barbecue. I guarantee that you guys would win the barbecue.
And Taco, say it.
Yeah. She's not gonna say it. It's okay.
Not tacos. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
She's
No
like, no,
way
I'm
am
not
I
gonna
saying
say it.
that. No.
Round 2.
The next category is gonna be weather. When it comes to
Oh,
weather,
come on.
who has the most enjoyable weather? This might seem a little rigged. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know.
Here, let's just be honest, okay? In Houston, the summers are hot and the winters are
Hot.
cool. And when it's wet,
How cool.
I mean,
How cool is it?
we got a little light breeze.
Like 30 degrees usually. It's
30,
about like
maybe 47. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Typical.
I mean, that's cold. I
Mhm.
don't want to move. I don't want to move to Texas and be cold.
Girl,
Yeah.
you think you're cold in Chicago? Don't you?
I know. At least I know what I'm getting
Don't y'all
here.
have,
I
like-
know it's cold as hell.
Don't y'all have like below 30, like freezing weather?
We do have that.
Okay,
Yeah, we
then,
do. And I
girl.
hate it. I'm not going to defend the winter here, but I'm telling you, our summers, Chicago summer versus Houston summer, I guarantee we win. Summertime
Okay.
Shy. I guarantee we win that.
Because why?
Because I know it gets hot as hell in Houston.
Do y'all have a breeze in Chicago?
Oh, yeah. You go to the lake and you get that perfect breeze on a sunny day and you're warm. You're probably a little hot. You're maybe a little sweaty, but you get that breeze off the lake. I just picture Houston just being hot, sweaty, like dry. I'm just picturing like dust storm or something. I don't know.
No, girl, that ain't it. But what I can tell you, y'all go sit by the lake. We go sit by Galveston, the whole beach, or Surfside. So we can go and get some water and some sun.
I don't know if Galveston's something to brag about.
I was gonna say, if you, Lake Michigan, it is like an ocean.
Well, she not gonna just say like we ain't got no water over here. Like I'm gonna defend mine.
I know you've got hurricanes, so I know you've got water.
But here's the thing: when it comes to Galveston, of course, everybody thinks about Galveston, what everybody knows. But if you go all the way down to East Beach or to the further sides, some of the most beautiful water and the beautiful breezes that you can. So, okay, you got a lake, we got a beach, we got a couple of, we got Surfside. Which one you want?
We got beaches too. All right. We got beaches.
Carrie just brought up a good point about hurricanes. What does Chicago have like in comparison of like our crazy hurricane seasons that we have?
I mean, Antrechelle said it. This cold as hell. I mean,
That's
snow and like I mean, we don't really get tornadoes. You get tornadoes in the Midwest, but you don't really get them in the city, But listen, I can send you both a picture. There's a wind advisory today, and there's a picture of a car in our neighborhood, and a tree just flattened that car.
Oh
now,
my God.
We have a garage. I know, poor guy. Can you imagine going out to work and that's happened to your car? But the cold is vicious here. I mean, it is vicious. It's wicked. It's, like with the polar vortex, almost, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago when it was now, they closed the schools, which they don't ever close, Chicago Public Schools. And it just is it was literally too cold to go outside. Your skin cannot be like exposed to it. And I hate that. Every winter, I want to get the hell out of here. I hate that. But every Chicagoan will tell you, you just think about the summer. You think about the summer. As soon as the summer comes, you think, why would I live anywhere else? This is amazing.
Yeah, I think that with the weather, I feel like that one's kind of like do you prefer extremely cold or do you prefer extremely hot? So I don't really know who wins there because like Texas during the summertime, you're ready to skedaddle. You're ready to get out of here. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I think the reason why I would prefer the cold weather versus the heat.
Ooh, you're turning on us.
It's only for the fashion. It's only for the fashion, darling. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I've never got to experience serious winter fashion, and it is just my portion. And I think that I'm that girl, so I know that I would really turn a full winter coat if I had to.
Do you hear that music? That means that this is an ad. It is an ad that is reaching some of the smartest, funniest, most exciting human beings in the city of Houston and its surrounding areas. And you know what? If your business had bought this ad, if your cause had bought this ad, then you would be reaching those people. Why don't you try buying ad space with us here at CityCast Houston? If you're interested, email us. We're at ads@citycast.fm.
Round 3.
Let's move to the next category. So, if I want to have some fun in your city, what activities are available? Which one is more enjoyable for fun? And I mean all types of fun. We can go for nature. We can go for activities, go-karting, art galas. What's more fun?
There's so many things to do here in Houston. Like, shall I say, because we're in the season, rodeo time.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to talk about the rodeo and all
That's right.
The things.
You're coming up to the rodeo.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's rodeo season. And you got to do all of the things, eat all of the food. I mean, have you ever had a fried Oreo?
I have. That's not a Texas thing. We have lots of county fairs up in Illinois with fried everything.
County fair versus a rodeo?
Yes.
Boo.
I have had that. Boo.
Boo. Y'all are trying to compare a little fair to the rodeo. Do you hear even the way you say rodeo? Fair, rodeo. Do you hear do you hear that? Don't you hear the livestock in the way you say rodeo? Do you hear the belt buckles when you say rodeo? Do you not see the hats when you say rodeo? I mean, come on, guys. The rodeo to a fair with some rides?
I saw the rodeo. I went to the rodeo. I like the Cowboys. I like the Wranglers. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was kind of a glorified state fair, frankly.
Oh, Carrie, you tough, sis.
Came
You
out
tough.
swinging.
She did.
I thought it was. I had a great time. I'm not going to trash it. I had a great time. Speaking of fashion, I was really rocking a cool look for the rodeo that I'm not sure was appreciated by those Texans. I looked very out of place with my dress and my awesome jean jacket. But I would say, okay, so you guys have the rodeo. I mean, where do you want to start on what to do in Chicago? Like, shall I
Yeah,
take
go
it?
ahead.
Shall I go?
Go ahead.
Okay. It depends the season, but like you said, we have some of the best, nicest museums, and Houston's got amazing museums. Don't get me wrong. My sister-in-law worked forever at the Houston Contemporary Art Museum. The
Okay.
Manil is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. But the Art Institute of Chicago, we have the Museum of Contemporary Art. We have the Southside Community Arts Center. We have the Hyde Park Arts Center. We have unbelievable Bronzeville is like the Black metropolis in Chicago on the South Side.
Mm-hmm.
So you have art, but also it's not just the museums. You have this like DIY can-do spirit in a city like Chicago that like you can go on any Friday and there will be somebody having like a gallery exhibit, a show like in their apartment. And they open it up and there's free wine and everybody's just appreciating, and supporting the creatives. Also, we're the center of like comedy and performance, and that is something Stephen Colbert told us, if you want to be a true performer and artist, you got to go to Chicago because there is such a supportive culture for it. Everybody gets out there and they try, and you will always find at least one person to sit in the audience and watch you, no matter what.
That's nice. That is so cute. Okay, but anyway.
You got to come back with something, Antrechelle, because she sounds like she's taking that one over right now. Come on.
I'm like, okay, but anyway. So listen, let's talk about the Buffalo Bayou. Let's talk about how our families can go to the Houston Zoo, the Children's Museum. Let's talk about the Art Car Museum. And as you mentioned, the Manil. Let's not even get on the massive Galleria shopping area. Hello. Fine, luxurious shopping. The Holocaust Museum.
We have all of those.
Darling, but do you have, hold on.
We have entire neighborhoods of luxury shopping.
But we about to have a problem here, Houston, because we didn't even get on NASA. We ain't even got there. Houston, there are no problems here when it comes to activities and things to do because we have NASA and Space Center Houston. Don't forget the Houston Museum of Natural Science. Don't forget about the aquarium. And here's one thing that Chicago don't have, because you talk about the creative and the supportive, is the Thrill on the Hill, the Miller Outdoor Theater. You can't get no more supportive than that beautiful outdoor theater to where people sit on the hill outside and roll on it, jump on it, and dance in the streets while they're watching the Motown Review and more. All of the things.
We have more storefront theaters than I think any city.
Boo.
And I will take your hill on the still, and I will give you the Millennium Park, which is unbelievable. It seriously competes with some of the best parks in the world. It's unbelievable. And the Pritzker Pavilion to watch free shows, dance concerts, everything.
Oh my gosh.
My thing though too is, do you have to drive in Houston to all those places? You probably got to drive. You got to hop on the expressway, right?
Round 4.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's go with the transportation.
Okay, transportation. Here we go.
Let's go. Carrie, no, you don't have to drive there. We have the Metro Light Rail, boo, or the Metro.
I wrote it.
I'm sure you have. That will get you to everything you want to get to because they are attractions. And you can just hop on the light rail or the Metro. It's a stop. Ding, ding. You can get there. You ain't got to drive. Take the city car. Amen. Take the Houston car. It can get you there. Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
shit, where we at?
No, you're probably right. I just feel like like Atlanta and Houston. I'm thinking of other big cities I've been to. I think I've been to Dallas. Like it's a lot of driving. And Chicago's a real city in that we have buses and trains everywhere. Okay, now you're catching me at a bad time because our current CTA public transit system is in a little bit of disrepair.
Oh,
But
gosh.
you can get anywhere and everywhere in the city. I didn't have a car for 15 years, and I got
Ooh.
everywhere I needed to get
Wow.
in Chicago.
Okay, you the winner. Because I can't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't do that
I'm not
here.
doing
We
it.
cannot do that.
I'm not doing it.
at all.
I can't do it.
Oh, you can get
There's no way.
anywhere. And I think we win with transportation too because we have such a amazing street grid because it's easy to understand how to get around because it's on a grid. It is total. There is rhyme and reason to everywhere you're getting. It's because it's a grid and it's easy to understand. So I thought I was going to have to bash public transit here in CTA, but I feel like we can win transportation. Yeah.
So Chicago took that one. So our last category is going to be job opportunities.
Final round.
Which city is it easier to find a job in? And what industries are most people working in your city?
Hello, medical center. Did you call?
Mm-hmm.
This is what Houston is known for. The medical field. We have the highest paid medical professionals here. I mean, pediatricians, physicians. Come on, you name it, we got it. But of course, there's so much more. You got your dentists here, your nurse practitioners. Now let's talk about our software developers. Our creatives are being able to come here and get a piece of the city. Like, come on. This is the land of opportunity, darling, here in Houston. What you got, Chicago? What you got?
Well, I would say our healthcare industry is pretty booming as well. We have a ton of major hospitals, UChicago, Northwestern, University of Illinois, Rush. I mean, we have a huge, huge medical complex. We have an actual district, as I'm sure you all do, the medical district. We also have a lot of universities, like, I know you all have Rice, and we have a lot of high-end research universities, but also just, smaller local opportunities as well. Because of where we're positioned, we are big for manufacturing and transportation because everything's got to go through Chicago to get anywhere. That's the reality. You don't go east to west, north to south. You got to go through Chicago. So we are a major port and railway. So a lot of manufacturing comes through as well. But we've had a huge tech boom. I don't know if it's like Houston, Austin tech boom, but
It's not.
we have had
It ain't.
we have had a huge.
She had to say it under her breath.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of we've had some major tech boom because a lot of people don't want to pay like San Francisco housing prices, and you can afford, it's getting harder and harder, but you can afford to live in Chicago. It's not like New York and San Francisco and LA. You can afford to live here. I mean, that's why a lot of those industries come here, is that it's a livable city. Let me just tell you something. One time, years ago, I interviewed someone. I was doing a story, and he was a priest. So take that with a grain of salt. But he said, I've worked in Baltimore, I've worked in DC, and when I came to Chicago, this is a real city. And I felt like that said it all. Chicago's a real city.
See, he didn't come to Houston, though.
Right. The realest, the trillest.
Yeah.
This trill city over here. Real and trill. What?
Listen, the one time I went to Houston, I loved it. I did. I thought it was beautiful. I loved walking around. I loved the neighborhoods. I got some great boots. I went to great restaurants. I think Houston's beautiful. I do. I did get COVID there. I'm fairly
You did
certain
not
because
get
it was
Harry, stop telling people that story. You did not.
It was March 2020, and we went to the rodeo, and and it was all over after that.
Carrie.
But it didn't take
Carrie.
me. It didn't take me. No, I wouldn't. I'm telling you though, this is why I'm bad at these debates. There's rarely a place I've ever visited that I haven't loved, that I didn't like. You know, there's beauty and everywhere,
Absolutely.
and there's kindness in people everywhere. And I don't know that there's ever been a city I've been to that I didn't enjoy. And I thought Houston was beautiful. I do.
And I like Chicago popcorn.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful place to wrap. So let's review it real quick. Houston won the food category.
Yep.
Well, I was a bad representative for that.
We still won. A win is a win.
You
Weather-
still won. You still
Weather
won.
was a toss-up. We can't give that one to either one of us because weather was pretty
No,
bad
we
on both.
won.
Oh, okay.
I think we won. Summertime Shy.
No, it was
That was a toss-up.
okay.
No
Whatever.
hurricanes. No hurricanes.
We're not going to
Okay.
give that one to either one.
Okay,
So
fine.
then we have fun activities. I'm going to give that to Chicago. I'm sorry.
What?
She
How
represented.
dare you? We got.
I'm being
now
fair
some-
here. I have to be fair.
You know what, Carly? I
Then-
quit this team. I'm tired of this church.
Okay. Transportation. I have to give that to Chicago too. But then job opportunities. We're going to go with Texas.
Houston.
People are
Houston's
coming.
got
They're
that.
flocking to Texas
Houston's
for
got
jobs.
that.
They are.
Oh, people are leaving Chicago left and right. And they're,
Yeah.
yeah. Our Black population continues to leave and leave and leave. And yeah, Houston, you got us beat on that for sure.
Mhm.
Of course.
sure.
I know. Look, thank you. We know.
So basically, we're at a tie.
It
We
is
tied.
a tie. It's a draw. And that's only because
draw.
of the weather. So it's either do you want to be hot or cold? Hot or cold.
Mhm.
And that's either one. That's it. But just remember, Houston where it's at, boo. You know.
So we'll let the listeners decide which one actually won in that last category.
Thanks, Carly. Thanks, Antrechelle.
You're
I learned so
welcome.
much
Y'all.
about Houston.
I
I mean,
love it.
and listen, I'd always rather be hot than cold. I hate the cold.
Oh wait, that sounds like Carrie
I
gave
hate
us the win at the end. Hold
No,
on.
no. That was after. That was off the record. It was off the record.
Ding, ding, ding,
Off
ding.
the
The trophy
record.
goes to
To H-Town.
H-Town. Where it go down, baby.
That was cultural contributor Antrechelle Dorsey and CityCast Chicago lead producer Carrie Shepherd. Now I'm here with lead producer Dina Kespa to find out what else is going on around the city.
Hey, Carly. Okay, here's what I was reading up on. Brookfield Properties dropped plans for a new farmers market that's going to be in 2 different parts of downtown. It'll be held every other Wednesday. One will be at Acre at Allen Center in southern downtown, and the other is going to be at the Central Plaza at the Houston Center, which is not too far from Discovery Green. Now, granted, many people are still all about that remote work life, but who knows? I mean, maybe this is the incentive they needed to work from an office again. I don't know. But if you are interested in locally sourced produce, baked goods, and all the cool things that you can find at a farmer's market, write it down in your calendar right now. It's set to open March 1st and continue throughout the year.
That's it for our show today here at CityCast Houston. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on our socials. We're at CityCast Houston on both Instagram and Twitter. And while you're at it, recommend the pod to a friend. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Look at how many coats I got. This
Oh,
is just one of
wow.
my closets. This is just one. And yes, there is a fur in there. I said I was a vegetarian, but you got to have a fur in Chicago.
And see, that's what I mean. I could turn a fur. I want the one that have the, what is it, the chinchilla. You know, I want that I
PETA
have
is
to.
coming for y'all. PETA is on the way.
Listen,
Okay,
PETA, let's talk.
Listen, yeah, PETA can live in Chicago for a winter and come find me. I mean, come on.
I'll do a faux fur.